Hey everybody, it's Dr. Dawn. I just got back from the gym, did a quick workout, and there is, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, a Sephora right across from my gym. So I picked up my smoothie, I did a little workout, picked up my smoothie and stopped in Sephora. Picked up a couple things that I want to try out. So the one I'm most excited about that I was not expecting to get is this Makeup by Mario foundation. Super curious, as someone who hates all foundations, I want to try this out. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, but we'll see. We'll see if this one works for me. I picked up 2 new brushes. Try those out. I got some Kibbie fragrances as well, so I'll go over those. Everything else is going to be old. Do a quick full face trying out this new foundation. I did pick up one more Valentino blush, so we'll do that, and let's get started. I was very curious about this. I have dry, sensitive skin. This is nothing on. This is pretty much what my skin will look like. It varies day to day. A lot of times I have redness here and it is very dry. So I thought that this might be a good foundation. So far, the only foundations I have is the Chanel, which I do like, and the House Labs. But honestly, I've really been doing only concealer as far as complexion, so either my Rose Ink or my Dior, and I prefer the Rose Ink for how I've been doing my complexion. I've been really happy with that. I really like the coverage. It is hydrating, it looks really good, it's not drying. Let's see if this can beat out my concealers. I picked up a Sephora foundation brush, and then I went ahead and picked up the Makeup by Mario, the complexion brush. It's a dual-ended. This is for powders, and this is for foundation and concealer. Because right now, the only foundation brush I've been using is this tiny little Chanel one. That is not cutting it anymore. I got the shade 2N, Fair Light Neutral. People are saying that it looks glittery in here. I do not see a single shimmer in this foundation. I do not know what people are talking about. So I'm going to do one full pump on the back of my hand. And let's just go for it. So it feels hydrating. The shade matched my hand perfectly. Let's see how it looks on my face. So it feels really good. It feels really smooth. Yeah. So I have not been able to find a foundation that does not, I know this sounds stupid, look like foundation. I prefer a very light skin tint type coverage. I don't like tinted moisturizers because they just look like moisturizers and they don't last very long. My ideal would be something that just evens out skin tone and lasts and creates a good base. This brush is okay. Let's compare it to the Makeup by Mario. So I'm going to put a little bit more on the back of my hand, about half a pump. Go in with the foundation side so you can see how much that blends in. Yep, so right off the bat, the Makeup by Mario brush is denser and is doing a faster job. Just gonna get that everywhere. Very luminous finish, which I expected. And for my dry skin, that's a good thing. What really sold me is when I put it on the back of my hand, how much it doesn't look cakey or heavy at all. And that is very encouraging. And I do like this brush. Cute. Okay, so there's the foundation. Medium coverage, medium light coverage. You can still see some of these blemishes peeking through. That's okay. What do we think? I'll see how this wants to wear. Let me just check in my mirror up close. That is really nice. So I think if you have dry skin and you like a light coverage, this is one to definitely check out. I would say it's lighter than the House Labs, because even the House Labs I can still see the foundation. This one you really can barely see it. I would almost compare it to my Chanel, to be honest. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully it's a bit more long wearing than the Chanel, because that's my one big complaint with that one. Let's do a little bit of concealer. I'll go in with the Dior, just right in there. I have a little dry rough patch right there. And there. So the way I do concealer is I'll do under the eyes and then I'll spot conceal, blend that out, and that is my base. But how's everybody doing on this first week of January? I'm excited about this year. It's the year of the rabbit, and I am a rabbit. Last year, the rabbit, I had my daughter. So that was almost 12 years ago. And I'm really excited to see what this year is going to bring. I think it's going to bring a lot of change and a lot of positivity. And I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Gonna kind of blend everything together. So it feels really good. It doesn't feel sticky at all. It feels very comfortable. So far, I really like this. I think that this is what the NARS foundation that came out last year was supposed to be like. But that one didn't work for me. So we'll see. I'm just gonna finish up the rest of my makeup. This has been my go-to bronzer. Also by Makeup by Mario. So I've really been enjoying all of the products that I've gotten. Let's get into, so I'm finishing up, let's get into these fragrances I picked up. I'm gonna say I'm not a fan of this Sephora brush. It's too flimsy and it takes too long to blend out foundation. So if anything, I'll keep it for just around the eyes. Like so. So these Kayali fragrances, I have not been a fan of Kayali, but I was in Sephora and the sales rep walked by me and I was like, what are you wearing? What is that fragrance? It smells so good. And she was like, oh, it's the Eden. And I was like, what? So I wanted to try that one. They have a little trio set with the, oh, what are they called? The burning cherry, the vanilla 28, and then the Eden juicy apple. So went ahead and got that one. I had tried the vanilla a long time ago. So this is the vanilla I got. And this smells good. It's nothing special. It's fine. The vanilla is fine. It's not good. It's not bad. I should say it's not great. But I do like this one. Nighttime, relaxed. I like this one. Is a home scent. It smells like straight vanilla. Cool. I'll use it. And then the Eden Juicy Apple. I love this. It is fruity. I normally don't do fruity scents. The one thing I'll say about this one is not long lasting at all. Let me pull out what the notes are in this one. So the Eden is juicy red apple, wild berries, jasmine, lychee, vanilla, and musk. I do like all of those notes. You get the apple. It's a little tart. Has a creamy dry down, and I really like it. Boyfriend approves. He really likes it. It's just, I sprayed this an hour ago when I went to the gym, and you can barely smell it. It has very little projection and is not long lasting at all. But this is a good, for me, this is a good scent to just throw on, like going to the store, just running out the door. Don't have to think too much about it. And then the burning cherry. So when I first smelled this one, I was like, that smells just like Tom Ford. And I felt almost loyal to Tom Ford for some reason. And it just turned me off of it completely. Because I was like, oh, it's just a straight dupe. What is the point? And I wanted to compare them side by side. So the funny thing is, I think I prefer the Kayali. The Kayali has cherry, raspberry, praline, palo santo, guaiac wood, and patchouli. Lost cherry is up here. I did a little side by side, and I even think that the Kayali lasts longer and is a third of the price. So yes, they are slightly different but just ever so slightly. I mean, it is barely noticeable. The cherry smells almost identical to me. I'd say the Tom Ford is maybe slightly stronger on the cherry. Woody or dry down with the Cali. And like I said, I think it even lasts a little bit longer. So that was fun. I'm gonna continue to play around with those scents. But the Cali is a brand that I'm going to look out for. Okay, so I just used my Guerlain powder with the other end, so with the powder side of this brush, really like it. And let's go in with a little bit of blush. So this is a rougher brush, rougher 37, and this is the bright orange, number 7. Very bright. And this has been my go-to makeup look. Typically, I've been foregoing the bronzer, just doing the Sculpt stick, focusing more on blush. You can see the bright orange. That's what it looks like. And I've also been keeping it way more simple with the eyeshadow. Doing more of a monochromatic, so this one I will even go in and use it as eyeshadow. I typically don't go for oranges, but I was like, if I have blue eyes, maybe that will help them stand out. So there we have it. That's the makeup look. Throw on some gloss. Let me put on the mascara. This is the Gucci mascara. I think the Gucci mascara gets better with age. Oh no, this is the Pillow Talk mascara. I'm sorry. That's so funny. Look at these two containers. Look at this. Look how similar these are. I thought I grabbed the Gucci and I grabbed the Charlotte Tilbury, which I didn't even realize till I saw the brush. I like how feathery this mascara is. I really don't have anything else like it. I thought that it was giving me an allergic reaction, but it wasn't. I was just allergic to something else. Okay, one last little blend. And there we go. I'll throw on a little Dior gloss. This is in the Intense Spice. And that's the quick look. Let me take one more peek in the mirror. So, looking in the mirror, this is probably, if I'm going to wear a foundation, this is good. This is the foundation I'm going to opt for. It's lighter than the House Labs and less expensive than the Chanel. But I'm still thinking on an everyday base, I'm gonna stick with my concealer only. Because even this sits, like, it's emphasizing lines. And I would rather have my discolor, I would rather have uneven skin tone than emphasize lines. But let me know what you think. That's the foundation and the blush. Those are pretty much the only new products. Again, the burning cherries, lost cherry, burning cherry. Almost identical. This one is slightly, the Carol is slightly woodier versus a slight more almond. You know, the Tom Ford has that strong almond liqueur in it. So you're not getting that almond liqueur, you're getting wood instead. But I would say I prefer the Cali. I think it's a little bit more, even more sensual. This is a great fragrance. I really like it. But that's all for now. Take care. Subscribe if that's your vibe, and come back for some more videos. Bye.